You know, part of my retirement planning, Kevin, is to never have another catheter. So if you're a male in your late 50s and you're thinking, what is an experience like? Well, let me tell you guys, it's like having a garden hose with a rusty drill bit shoved into your junk without the help of any anesthesia or painkiller. A couple of the more attractive tools for Social Security planning: file and suspend and restricted application, which I think were accidentally made available back in 2000, now are changing radically. File and suspend, which would have allowed you to open a file, not collect your own benefit, but let your own benefit accrue past full retirement, so that you might have a spouse who could collect spousal benefits off of your record, depending upon the circumstances, of course. File and suspend. If you're already doing that strategy, there aren't any changes. You're grandfathered, but if you're thinking about it, you have to turn age 66 by the end of April of 2016 in order to open a file and still have it available to you down the road. The other benefit would have been a restricted application, which would allow you to collect a benefit off of a spouse or a divorced spouse. And for people who were in their late 50s or 60 thinking, I'm going to do this in 4 or 5 years, sorry, that's no longer available if you have not turned 62 by the end of 2015. So anyone age 60, 61 thinking I'm going to file a restricted application down the road, that is no longer available.
Have the changes impacted strategies on divorced people, Tom?
Divorced individuals were one of the casualties under recent legislation. The restricted application, now you must be, again, age 62 by the end of 2015 in order to be able to file a restricted application. The benefit was that you would be able to file a restricted application, collect a spousal benefit off of your divorced, your ex-spouse, if it made sense to do so. Obviously, you got to look at the numbers while your own benefit is still accruing. And again, at this point, you had to be age 62 by the end of 2015 to be able to use this strategy going forward.
Good. Next question has to do with file and suspend. Are file and suspend strategies, is a good question, are they dead?
File and suspend strategies are not dead. However, we get back to this age restriction. If you're turning 66 or you're older than 66 by April 30th of 16, nothing's changed. However, if you're turning 66 shortly before April 30th, you do want to get to the Social Security Administration and open a file. You're going to be telling them that we want to file and suspend, but you do need to open a file to have it available to you down the road. If you're 62, 63, sorry, you're out of luck.
Social Security is difficult to deal with, aren't they? The administration, the office itself, it's not easy.
Social Security, the local office, my experience personally with them has been that they're very professional. They will answer questions. They will give you the information that is available, but they are not able to. They are not willing. They're not authorized to give you advice. So if you would ask them a question about a benefit, they will tell you what your benefits are, but in terms of a strategy, they're prohibited from giving you that kind of information. I have a license with what I would consider to be the state-of-the-art in Social Security planning. that we're able to lay out multiple strategies and go through why these make sense. A lot of it's based upon life expectancy, which nobody knows how long they're going to live, obviously. But that's the starting point. Looking at your family, your immediate family, your ancestors, and trying to make a somewhat educated guess, all things being equal. Am I going to live to be 75, 85, 95? Generally, I tell people that whatever you think the answer to that question is with medical advances, let's add 5 years. So I want to plan for longevity and make sure that Social Security the Social Security planning is based around a long life expectancy. So we're planning for cumulative benefits and reducing longevity risk.
By waiting from full retirement age to age 70, how much does my benefit grow each year that I wait?
One of the great benefits of Social Security is that when you think about it, it may be the only tool that's available that is going to provide a guaranteed income, and you cannot outlive it, and you're going to have a cost of living adjustment, perhaps, when you receive benefits. But from full retirement age up through age 70, every year that you wait, you're going to get an 8% bump in your income. It doesn't mean you have to wait until the end of a particular calendar year, but if you wait from year to year to year, you're going to get an 8% increase. If you waited from full retirement another 6 months, in effect, you'd be getting a 4% benefit. But again, when you think about the financial tools that are available today, you'd be hard-pressed to find a better lifetime income stream, guaranteed for life, some tax benefits, that's going to have a cost of living increase.
What is the highest benefit a single person collecting for the first time at full retirement age get in 2016?
If you're filing for the first time in 2016, single individual, the maximum you're going to get this year would be $2,639. How do I know that?
Yeah. Is that flat?
The maximum benefit that you can collect if you're filing for the first time, 2016, you're starting Social Security. The formula works out to be that for a single individual, the most you're going to get in this year would be $2,639 a month.
What is a spousal benefit?
Spousal benefit would be a tool that for married couples would allow a spouse to collect off of typically an older spouse, collect a spousal benefit while their own benefit is continuing to accrue. So if you had a husband who was age 67 and he had collected his own benefits, filed for his own benefits, and he had a wife who was, say, 63 or 64, it might make sense to look at her filing a spousal benefit, again, which under full retirement, there's a formula to figure out which is the higher, her own benefit or the spousal benefit, but it's a tool that can be used to allow her their own benefits to accrue while they are getting some dollars before their full retirement age. The restricted application filing would be a means by you are collecting the benefit off of either a spouse or ex-spouse. So you would be able to, based upon that spouse's earnings, your own earnings, look at whether it makes sense to take a restricted application, which would be to collect benefits off of that other person's record while your own benefits continue to accrue for a later point in time.